Hello everyone, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking, and this is your reading for Venus retrograde. Yes, Venus will be retrograding. So what is Venus? Venus is all about love and money and what we value. Venus is anything that is beautiful in our lives, anything that we realize as being beautiful for us. So anything to do with beauty, anything to do with monetary gains is what Venus rules. And she will be retrograding. I'll just give you the dates before I begin the tarot for you. So Venus in Scorpio retrograding, she's going to be retrograding. Today is actually the 2nd of October when I'm starting these readings. And she's going to be retrograding on the 5th or 6th of October, depending on where you are in the world. Yeah, she's going to be stopping at 10 degrees and 50 minutes. So 10:50 is where she's going to be stopping stationary to go retrograde. She's already in her shadow period, so we're in Venus shadow as I begin this, but by the time all of you guys watch this video, she will be moving backwards. Now Venus has entered her shadow phase since September the 3rd, 2018 at 25 degrees of Libra. And she will be turning retrograde on October 6th, as I said, 5th or 6th, wherever you are, 2018 at about 10 degrees of Scorpio. Now Venus is going to re-enter Libra on the 1st of November 2018. So she'll be moving backwards into Libra. And she will be then turning direct at 25 degrees of Libra on November 16th. Although she still will be in shadow. So the shadow period of Venus will be clearing on the 17th of December 2018 at 10 degrees again of Scorpio. So yeah, she will be moving all the way through Scorpio. If I'm not mistaken, on the 7th of January, she will be moving out of Scorpio. So it's quite a while since we're only in the beginning of October. 2 full months we have of Venus and her retrograde. Now, what is Venus retrograde all about? Okay, Venus is what we like, what we love, and what we value, right? It's going to be Venus going in the underworld, right? Because for 40 days and 40 nights, she won't be visible, okay? So passions are going to be running high, and especially because Scorpio is such a very hot-blooded sign. Scorpio rules the genitals. It's a very sexual sign. Now Venus is very sensual, right? So we may all be getting a little bit flustered, and it's going to be why do retrogrades happen? So that we could redo things. That's what retrogrades are all about. So we're re-examining relationships. What is Venus? It's love, money, relationships, anything that we value. So be careful with major purchases that are made on a whim, because Venus is something extravagant, something that looks beautiful to us. So be careful that you don't go overboard with your spending. You may not be happy with what you buy. You may be spending too much money, right? Now, the most affected signs will be Taurus, Libra, and Scorpio. Scorpio, of course, is where it will be turning retrograde. Libra is the ruler of Venus, and so is Taurus. Taurus rules Venus as well. So Libra is also where Venus will be retrograding into. So now Taurus rules the senses, beautiful scents, pleasing art scenes, landscapes, anything that is valuable, material wealth, riches, and anything that is beautiful, right? And Taurus loves to indulge, so take care with spending and overindulging. Now Libra rules fashion, beauty, balance, finding balance in partnerships, including marriage, and of course Scorpio is the house of moving in together, sharing our resources, sharing everything that is dear to us, right? It's also a very intimate house, so, and with Jupiter being in there, things are coming up, things that have been hidden. Venus is reworking everything, right? Redoing things. Now, for those relationships that start while Venus is in retrograde, know that if you start a new relationship, partnership, whatever it is, it may not last for a long time. Okay, so do take note of that. Okay, so Venus is a very feminine energy, right? That's why Taurus and Libra, even though Libra is an air sign and air signs are masculine, does not matter. There is a feeling of feminine issues coming up, anything to do with femininity. So our feminine energy and how we project that onto the world is being looked at here. And Venus is also attractive, right? So we love to flirt, we like to dress up, we like to put makeup on and go out. So yeah, Venus surrounds love and anything that is of romance. So these readings are going to be in relation to all of those beautiful things that I've just mentioned. So yeah, there's an extra focus on love here and money matters. We won't stop at just love, but I do know that because Scorpio is ruled by Pluto and Pluto has just gone direct, there will be a sense of a lot of purging happening and solidifying relationships, partnerships, whether business or romantic, right, or family. So that's all that I will speak of astrologically in a nutshell with Venus. Now, I'm going to be using the Romance Angels, of course, okay, for love readings. Focusing on love, yeah. I've got a beautiful new deck which is called Astrology Reading Cards, and it's by Alison, Chester-Lambert, and it's illustrated by Richard Crookes. So what I love about this deck is that it has cards which deal with the house placements. It has the zodiac signs, and it also has the planets. So yeah, I am so excited about using this deck. I'm also using the Botticelli, okay, and it's by Sandro Botticelli. So I love these cards as well. Very special for special readings. So, okay, I will be extending these readings on Vimeo. So I will be taking some La Vera Sibilla. As you already know, I always use La Vera Sibilla for more clarity. There they are by Massingini, right? And I will be taking some Lenormand, the Gilded Reverie Lenormand, as well as more cards, of course. So this is the expanded edition, by Ciro Marchetti. And yeah, a lot more cards as well on the Vimeo extended readings. So it's going to take me a few days to upload all of them. The links will be in the description box below. So do look out for your sign And it's going to be interesting because with the house cards, I will be able to clarify, of course, the, more precisely the signs and which planets you are affected by, as well as which planets are obviously doing something for you. Okay, so, all right. Thank you very much for listening to the introduction. Let's go on to your readings. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking, and this is your Venus in retrograde, Venus retrograde in Scorpio reading 2018. This is quite a long cycle with Venus retrograde in Scorpio. She'll be moving back to Libra, where she'll be stationing and getting ready to go direct. Now, it's a very good time to redo anything to do with relationships. It's a good time to look at past life relationships. People from the past may be coming back. Okay. Anything that has been hidden that deals with intimacy, other people's money, and shared resources, anything to do with these matters will be coming up for redoing, re-looking at, redirecting. And the relationships are, getting a big overhaul. Relationships are being redone all over again. All over again, and what does not work, what is not of value to us, we are letting go of. So Aquarius, what's happening with you in your relationships, partnerships at work, family relationships, money, and what's happening with your values? Let's see what the cards have got to show. For Aquarius, Spirit Guides and Angels, Aquarius and Venus retro season. Aquarius. Now with Mars, I know Aquarians haven't had it easy at all. With Mars having gone retrograde, being retrograde for such a long time in your sign, on top of the South Node, which is leaving past life karma, letting it go, things that are known to us from a previous life, from childhood, from the past, letting it go. Now, because Mars and Uranus in Taurus, Uranus is the ruler of you. Uranus rules Aquarius. Having it in Taurus, right? Mars has been doing all these funny squares with Uranus. So Aquarius is looking at their values. They are leaving behind what does not work for them. And it could be dealing with earned income as well. For everyone, it's going to touch them on a different part of their life, depending on their own personal birth chart, which I would have to have a look at and tell you where you are being affected. But let's see what the tarot says, yeah? Let's put down the cards. Okay, first card is the Justice card, and it's the card of Libra, but it's also number 8, which speaks of Leo. Leo is the Strength card. Number 8 is also Scorpio, a house of shared resources, intimacy, transformation. We have the Knave of Wands. This is the Botticelli tarot. So this is the Page of Wands. We also have the Devil, which is Capricorn. Capricorn for you is your 12th house. It's the house that you can't see because it's the house which is for you the 12th house, let's say. 12th house is everything that is dark and mysterious, because It's, you know, the 12th house in the zodiac is the house of Pisces, which is the house of magic, the occult. It's, of course, the house of ending a cycle. It's also a very karmic house. So let's see what else we have here. Mind you, Capricorn is where Pluto is. Pluto is death and transformation. Pluto is stationed. It's getting ready to go direct. Saturn is in your 12th house as well. So you need to stand in your integrity before you can end a cycle. You need to become the elder before you can end that cycle. Okay, we've got King of Cups. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We've also got the Queen of Swords. We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. We have the Judgment card in the reverse. And this is the card of Pluto. We also have the Eight of Cups. And we have the World card. A successful completion. Now the World card is the energy of Saturn. And Saturn brings longevity. Saturn brings restrictions though. As I said, needing to end a cycle, before you do that though, you have to speak your truth. You have to stand in your truth, and you have to be fair. And you have to look at the facts as well. Let's take one more card. Here we've got the Five of Cups, the general energy. And the Five of Cups in the Botticelli are all standing. None are spilt, which says to me that some of you are still hoping. Some of you are still dealing with issues. But there's an imbalance. Fives are a number of imbalance, conflict. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Knight of Wands. So this is Sagittarian energy for me. Sagittarius speaks of foreign places and people, of the divine, of law, the truth, being a free spirit, just like you are, dear Aquarius. Looks as though you're moving towards the future in a hurry. Some of you are literally moving. Let's see what's beneath that. And we've got the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is an offer from a water sign, Pisces more than likely. So an offer, an apology could be as well. And we've got the Star card in the reverse. So this is not hoping, losing hope, I would say. Now it's a 17, which would go back to the 16 for me, because that's how I read the cards. You haven't graduated to the Star card yet. Now the card of the Star is a healing quality. Some of you are hurting. Some of you are still dealing with issues. Now the Star can also speak of messages, communication. There is no communication. So if we go back one step, it's the Tower, it's number 16. And the Tower is Uranus. Uranus is in Taurus. Breaking down what we do not value, what is not important to us, what we don't love, what we don't like in general. It's also changes happening, sudden changes happening with income, because the second house of Taurus is the house of income, what we receive from work. So yeah, something you're not happy about, Something that you've lost hope for may be coming in with a Page of Cups. Has someone done you wrong? They're coming in with an apology. Have you lost hope? No, don't lose hope. The Page of Cups is something unexpected. And you are moving quickly towards this energy here. You are very fiery, very passionate. Some of you may be dealing with Sagittarian. Others of you have got your moon or your rising sign in Sag. Now, we've got the sign of Leo as well as Libra here. This is the scales balancing. It's in the upright. So through strength and through courage, you are coming to an equilibrium. Some of you may be hoping to find your balance through the legal system, I should say. Some of you through diplomacy, you're hoping to find your balance. You're hoping to find the right answer, the right outcome, the right solution for a situation. Now, because it's an 8, and 8 is also Scorpio, the house of Scorpio, and as I said, Venus is retrograding in Scorpio, is going to move back to Libra. It's retrograding back to Libra where it will station. So when a planet stations, it becomes more acute, stronger, right? So could it be that you will be finding your equilibrium when Venus moves into Libra, which is the partnership house? It's also the house of relationships, just general relationships. Libra is the other people, right? And today is the 8th of October. The sun is in Libra. It's practically halfway through Libra. Now, the sun is also in Libra. I said the sun. The moon is also in Libra. It's going to join the sun very soon, where we'll have the new moon in Libra. Could that be the beginning of you hoping to find your equilibrium, equality within a relationship, understanding, diplomacy, and justice? Now, the new moon, yes, will be coming up first days at the beginning of November, if I'm not mistaken, on the 7th. And then we have Mercury moving into Scorpio, and Mercury will be moving into the dungeon. Mercury, the god, Mercury would go, and his name was Hermes. He would go into the underworld because he was the messenger to bring up messages from the dungeon, from Hades, from Pluto, right? So this is the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Whatever messages come through when Mercury moves into Scorpio, things that have been hidden are going to come up to the surface. And don't blame the person that will give you that message, because know that whatever you change, whatever dies for you through communication, whatever changes come through communication, short distance travel, looking at the details. Mercury rules Virgo, and Mercury also rules Gemini. So whatever comes up to be known is going to bring in the transformation. Now we've got the Page of Wands, which is a risk for me. It's a passionate message, and you are willing to take a risk to move forward, whatever you are inspired with, whatever you feel passionate and strong about, then this is what you will be doing. You will be taking a risk. Now, some of you may be taking risks with messages that you are sending out, messages that could be of a sexual tendency, messages that could be creative, like, it's like, you know, when looking at the wand, it's like the idea that comes to the mind, and that comes through creativity, right? And it also comes through, I would say, because, you know, our passion comes from our core self. So from our base chakra, right? From our core, from within deep, whatever message comes through is going to be a slight risk that you will be taking. Now, we've got the devil card here, and the devil, that interruption. I was saying that the devil can be a very raw sexual energy, and a sense of being restricted and not being able to move freely. Now here we've got the little devil here. It's young, so it's at the beginning stages, I would say, of this energy. You're at the beginning stages. Now, Capricorn is, of course, ruled by Saturn. Saturn is there. Pluto is there in Capricorn. So, again, restrictions. Saturn is the lord of karma, and he can be quite tough. He can be quite tough. Now, this could speak of overindulging, taking drugs, being overworked. Capricorn is the person who becomes the elder. Now, as well as being very, with Pluto being there, being very transformative. Whatever you're going through, whatever is happening in Capricorn for you, is posing as a bit of a nuisance here. I don't see this devil as being very threatening. I see that it's a small nuisance, but it's something that is a vicious cycle. That's how I see this card in the Botticelli. It's some sort of a cycle that you can't get away from, and it may be dealing with children, anything to do with children. Be careful that through intimacy you do not conceive and get pregnant, okay? Which is a strange message coming from this card, but nevertheless I have to go by what my mind tells me, what my intuition tells me. Now, we've got Capricorn here, and Capricorn can speak of just working too hard. Some of you are at an imbalance because you're just working too hard. You're working to, some of you may have had issues with the law, and you may be working hard to pay off whatever you have taken a risk with in the past, which got you into trouble. That's what I see here. Now, we've got the King of Cups here, and this is a water sign. So we've got Pisces, more than likely Cancer or Scorpio. Scorpio and Pisces. Cancer is not so important here. I don't see Cancerian energy so much. So the King of Cups is in the upright. This is someone who's mature, who wears their heart on their sleeve. They're very heartfelt, very giving, sometimes to their detriment. Sometimes they're too giving, where people take advantage of them. And if this is a Piscean, then this is a doormat. This is someone who gets trodden on all the time. Piscean people can be so giving that it's, you know, people will take advantage of them. So we've got the Queen of Swords, which would be your energy, I would say, more than likely. Now, because it's a general reading, you could be taking on the energy of the King of Cups if you've got strong water in your sign, and your partner could be taking on the energy of this Queen of Swords. So Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Now, she doesn't look like she's not that much of a outspoken person, even though, yes, she needs to speak her mind. She's very intellectual, she's very bright, but she looks as though she's in a bit of a hopeless situation here. It's as though she's had enough of talking, but no one's listening. It's as though she's been talking to a brick wall, that her words do not get through. So we've got two quite different energies here. We've got emotions and we've got intellect. So what's it going to be, dear Aquarius? Are you going to listen to your heart, or are you going to listen to your head? I feel as though there's I was going to say deception. So for some of you, take care, there may be a deception here. But I feel as though there is a decision that you are making here, a life decision. Now we've got the Nine of Swords here. Why? Because it's the 10 in the reverse. So some of you are coming up to the 10. Let's say it hasn't happened yet. That's why it's in the reverse. For others of you, get ready for a deception, an ending. Endings bring on new beginnings. When we look at the card in the reverse, it's the Nine of Swords. So you're up in your head, having sleepless nights. You're at the end, but you have not begun again, because this breaks down to a 1. And that would be the Ace of Swords, which would be speaking your mind, a successful new beginning. So having this card in the reverse, like the 9, would be more difficult, right? But also having this card in the reverse could also mean the swords are coming out. The deception has already happened, and which is something that you may not know about. You may have been stabbed in the back, deceived, and this could go either way. But the other person does not know. And if you've done the deceiving, the backstabbing, know that with Venus and Jupiter in Scorpio, things will come up to the surface. They will be known. And here we've got the Tower in the reverse. So in the reverse, let's say it's number... Did I say Tower? I'm so sorry. Maybe I was meant to say Tower. This is the Judgment card. It's the number 20. So this is a second chance. Someone is not being given a second chance. Someone is not rising up from their ashes. The transformation needs time to take place. Right? The death and transformation, because that's what this is all about. Now, when we go back one step, it's the Sun. Again, we've got Leo here. And the Sun is true love, children, creative projects, taking a risk, being up on stage, performing. Obviously, you are not up on stage, dear Aquarius. It's as though you're in hiding. Now, this is a message not for all of you, of course. It looks as though you're not being open to the world. You don't want to perform. You're not ready for a second chance. You're not ready to do things again. Because we've got the World card here. You need to move along and look for those 2 cups. You need to grow spiritually. You're looking for that 10 of cups. But obviously, some of you are really moving on. Like literally moving. Because you may be moving to a distant place. This is the World card. Right? Others of you are growing spiritually. You are moving to a different cycle. You've had your growth spurt, spiritually speaking. And you are ready to begin a new cycle, because the World card is an ending, a successful ending of karma, lessons, restrictions, because this is also very Saturnian. Now, On the world card, we usually have the fixed signs, which is Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo. So for those of you that were affected by the eclipses which took place in Leo and Aquarius, it looks as though whatever karmic, fated situations you've gone through, the cycle has ended now or is ending in the next month. Why? Because Leo, the nodes are changing. North node will be in Cancer, South node will be in Capricorn. So some of you are letting go of maybe a Capricorn. Some of you may be letting go of someone elder in your life. And letting go can mean a lot of things. Now we've got Aphrodite here, which is the goddess of love and beauty. She's been born. She has risen up from the sea. Okay, and she's here. Now this is Venus. Venus will be rising up from Scorpio, rising up from the dead. She will be, because she is in the underworld, she will be missing from the sky. We won't be able to see her for the next 40 days and 40 nights. Okay, so when she goes into the underworld, she becomes dark. She's the dark angel, the fallen angel. And she can be vindictive as well. So love can turn vindictive at this time. So take care. Please do not go into that sort of energy. If you are hurt, upset, don't think of revenge. Let it go. Because once you start looking for revenge, the karma will come back around and bite you in the butt. Leave it to the universe. The divine will take care of business. So this is a message for someone out there that is feeling very hurt and they want to take revenge on someone. I would advise not to do that. And this can go the other way as well. So please take that advice seriously. Because with the Five of Cups here, yes, you are crying over spilt milk. Now the Five of Cups here in the Botticelli, they're standing upright. It looks as though this person is ready to kick those cups down. It looks as though someone is really ready to let go of something that has not worked for them. Something that they are conflicted by. Fives are a number of conflict. And it's as though they're trying to reason with their own mind. This is like you being up in your head, talking to yourself. And as I hope that you're not answering as well, Aquarius, because that's the first sign of madness. Talking to yourself, a lot of people do that. Yeah, it's just really difficult energy. And I'm sorry to see this. Maybe you're talking with your higher self, trying to come to an agreement, a conclusion. Okay, well, just looking at your cards here, we've got past, present, future, past, present, future. So this transformation that is hoping to be coming in, that you're hoping to be coming in, will probably happen with the help of Leo, the sun. The sun is the heart. You need to go with what your heart says at this time. Okay? As I said, go with what your heart says to you. Know that being in balance is going to help you get through this situation, whatever it is for you. Now we've got a completion here. Someone is really finding their balance by speaking their truth and ending the cycle. Cutting away what does not work. It's like shedding your skin. And I do believe that this transformation will be taking place at some point for you. Now here we've got 21, which is the World card. 21 adds up to a 3. Could it be in 3 months? Some of you may be actually traveling to a distant place. Could be 3 weeks, 3 months. For everyone it's going to be different. Could this be the ending of deception, of sleepless nights? Yes. If the karmic cycle is ending, then you should be happy, because karma can be tough. Karma is something that keeps coming around if you have not grown and learnt the lesson that you're going through, because that's what karma is. If you have not matured spiritually and you have not aligned with the divine so that you can receive the help, the knowledge, the wisdom that comes from above, then you're going to keep going around in circles, and that's very Capricornian. Now, I wanted to say that with the Devil card, Aquarius was mentioned in the Capricorn reading, right? So I see quite a few similarities. If you are dealing with a Capricorn, or if you've got your moon or rising sign, please go and watch that video. So for those of you that are closing the door on another air sign, or whoever's taking on the persona of the Queen of Swords, there could be another fire sign coming through, which would be Leo, Sagittarius. Right? Also, taking a risk on whatever this is in your life, whatever you feel that this energy of the devil is going to bring through the transformation. Okay? You will be, with Pluto, starting to move slowly but surely direct. Actually, Pluto is stopped in Capricorn and it will start picking up speed, so it's very strong right now. Know that we're all going through transformations, all of us. Okay, because it's on a collective level as well as on a personal level. We all have Capricorn in our chart somewhere, where Pluto is and where Saturn is. So there are major changes. Why? Because Capricorn is becoming the elder through situations and difficult times, difficult things that happen in our life. We grow. We grow and we mature, and that's the cycle of life. Now, some of you may be traveling to go on a spiritual quest at a distant place. You are growing spiritually, and you are going with something that your heart tells you. As I said, not your mind and not other people. You are not listening to other people. You are being the natural Aquarian that you are. You're doing things differently. And whoever wants to come along can join. But you need to do things the way that you deem right for you, right for the world. Some of you may be even joining, a group of humanitarians. And this will help you grow spiritually. This will help you become part of a group which has got a lot of meaning for you. Okay, dear Aquarius. Whatever the case is for you, there is an offer coming in of love. Now, this is unexpected, as I have said. And with completions, there are new beginnings. This seems like a beginning. But this is something that is very, how can I say it? It's very youthful. So this has got nothing to do with Saturn, right? This is a true offer of love. Piscean energy, it's divine love. Now, could this be the universe offering you this cup? Yes, it could. So a brand new beginning once you've finished up with your karma. Once we tie up karma, finish up loose ends, tie up everything and do the right thing. Make way for new things. Make space. That's when things start to change in our life. Let's take a couple of cards from the astrology reading cards. So there are cards which show the planets. Other cards speak of the houses in the horoscope, and there's other cards which speak of the planets, the houses, and the signs. So let's see what Aquarius will get. 2 cards for Aquarius, spirit guides and angels. Let's see. No. Keep shuffling, they said. This is for Aquarius and Venus retrograde in Scorpio. 3 cards. I don't want 3 cards, I want 2. 2 cards, thank you very much. 2 cards, please, universe, for Aquarius. Okay, this one jumped out, and that's a house card. 1 more card. Okay, looks like I need to choose the card. And we have Virgo. The energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, and humble, with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. Now, Virgo is a very cerebral sign because it is ruled by Mercury. So it uses the mind a lot. Even though it's an earth sign, it's a very intelligent sign. So Virgos and Aquarians match a lot. And we've got the 12th house as well. So the 12th house is the house of Pisces. And the card says, this is the area of your life that is overwhelming. You yield to a greater cause or power. Now, power is what Pluto is all about. Remember how I said Capricorn is your 12th house? This is where the difficulties lie. So Pluto is there, Saturn is there. This is right on point. Virgo. So the energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, and humble, with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. So even it says air, right? So some of you may have Virgo as your rising or moon sign, yes. And Virgo can be quite discriminating, yes. So you may be dealing with a Virgo. Now, Virgo is also the house of work and health. It's what we do every day, right? So duties, work, and this is love for Aquarius. Duty, work, discrimination, health, hospitals, as well as the 12th house, which is the house of Pisces. As I said, Pisces can be the divine love, but Pisces can also be illusions and being disillusioned. So we've got 2 cards. We have heart-to-heart conversations and stay optimistic about your love life. So heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other and not on your own. You need to talk to your partner. You need to summon up the strength. If you are practicing how you're going to speak to your partner, then nothing wrong with that, right? It feels as though you are practicing your speech, what you're going to say, how you're going to make that offer of love, if this is someone new that you are hoping to conquer. And stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So thinking positively and not negatively. And positive thinking and believing that what you can accomplish is in the palm of your hand. That's what's going to work for you. They are the laws of nature. When we send out positivity, we receive positivity. So make sure that you are in this energy, and it's for your own good, of course. For those of you that are closing up a cycle with another partner, and I'm not going to say the sign, I've already said the signs. There is something coming in. Now this person could be from the past, because he's in the past section here. This could be someone that's already in your life that you have known from some, I don't know, some part of your life. Some part of your life which is in the distant past, I'm going to say, because we've got the card of Judgment here, and you know, when there has been a death and transformation, it is a process, right? So this is you changing as a person, and this is a transformative energy. Now, Pluto has been retrograde for about, I think, 5 months roughly. Could this be someone that you met before Pluto went retrograde? And now they've come to the surface. They're coming in. That could be important as well. I need to mention that. Other than that, I think that I have covered all my bases here. I'm going to extend this reading on Vimeo. So I would like to thank all of you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Your feedback is priceless. It really is. Thank you so much for all that you do for my channel. And I hope that whatever you are going through, whatever transformation you're going through, know that it's for your highest good. Okay? All right, dear Aquarius. Keep being strong. Be yourself. And don't worry if others don't follow. Okay? Your mind is higher than anyone else. It's, you know, out of this world. Okay? So thank you so much. Bye-bye.